Hey, fortunate ones. I'm Nadine, the Fortunate Living Nurse. I make videos to encourage other nurses that work full-time or anyone that's in the healthcare field that works full-time, but they feel like they are being led to homeschool their children. I have homeschooled my 3 children for the past 10 years, over 10 years actually, while working full-time as a nurse. And if I can do it, you can do it too, if that's what you're being led to do. So today's video is 5 reasons why I actually feel like being a nurse is the perfect career for someone that wants to homeschool their children. So many people have written me comments that said, oh my goodness, I want to homeschool as well. There are people that have written me comments that don't even have kids yet. And they're like, but I'm planning ahead for when I have my kids. Well, kudos to you. You know, that's how we nurses do. We want to be organized about what we're doing. So I'm going to tell you the 5 reasons why it's absolutely perfect. If you're a nurse or thinking about going into nursing, but you're also being led that you might want to homeschool your children. The first reason why it has been perfect for me to work full-time as a nurse while homeschooling my children is the flexibility. Nursing is so flexible. What other career can you have where you can literally pick from 7 days a week, 365 days a year? Yes, 365 days a year, even holidays, you'll get paid even more for working those holidays. And then also what time of day. For the bulk of the time that I've homeschooled my children while working, I would work night shift. You can work around the resources that you have available to help you with your children. The second reason why nursing has been awesome for me is I can work 3 12-hour shifts just 3 days out of the week and make a full-time salary. As much as I love nursing, and everyone knows I do, for the past 26 years I've loved it, but they better get my check right because I want my money. But where else can you work 3 days a week and make what people make working 5 days a week? And not only can you just work 3 days a week, you can change your days. If your kids are going away for a basketball tournament, for instance, I would work weekends. That was primarily when I would work. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Thursday, Friday, Saturday. But that weekend coming up, my son had a tournament. I could just push my days, no big deal, push my days to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Now, mind you, I prefer doing the weekends because my husband would be home for the bulk of those days to take care of the kids, and you get paid more on the weekend. And it's not as busy on the weekend because administration is not there. So there are so many benefits as far as that flexibility, like I said, number 1. And then number 2, the pay is great. So number 3, what I love about nursing is that I can change my specialty. Like my friend that went to Drexel, hey girl, for engineering, she is kind of always gets the same type of job. Her internship that she did in Philadelphia when she was at Drexel. And then that specialty area, she's done that specialty area here in Texas and then also in Atlanta. There hasn't been a lot of opportunity for her to go into different areas. Now, for me, as a nurse, oh my goodness, I started out working in med-surg. I've worked in a nursing home. I love change. I love spontaneity. I love meeting new people. I don't know how I would have dealt with if I had been at the same job, the same hospital, or even the same specialty area for 26 years. I don't know if I would still love nursing as much as I do, but I feel like every 5 or 6 years, when I get oh, I'm kind of tired of this, I'm not learning anything new, I'm kind of just working on autopilot here, I move on to something else. So I have worked in pediatrics, within institutions, within the community. I've done home health. I've done working with the geriatric population. I've done hospice for 5 years. Now I'm teaching. There's so much that I've done that I can't get bored with nursing. Because if you're that type of person where you don't just want to be driving, they always show people after they've been in a job for 10, 15 years, they're driving there on autopilot. They're not even excited about their job anymore. Well, honey, in nursing, if you get bored, if you don't want to work with the babies anymore, you go work with the elderly. You can go work with the youth. Worked a 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. That was before I had kids. So there's so much that you can do as far as switching your specialties. And let me tell you, if you move, I have moved 5 different times. You can move and have a job just as quick as you get your license. And you know you can have 2. But you don't want to overwork yourself. But when I'm saying you can have 2, there's just that much of a need for nurses. Why I think nursing is perfect for someone that's homeschooling their children is there's such job stability. I mean, job stability to where you can find a job today. I swear I have gone on interviews, and when I walked in, by the time I finished talking to the DON, and nothing special, I'm just being myself. Like, I swear they wanted to say, do you have your scrubs in the car? Because we short right now. We don't want the auditors to come in and see that we really working short. Because what are you going to do? The people are there. They can't shut down the hospital. Sometimes they're waiting for that agency nurse to come and you're working short for a little bit, but they've done all that they can, right? But I mean, the job stability, I could work 2 jobs consistently if I wanted to. And I am going to do a video about that, about nurses finding balance, because I think we are in such high demand that many of us take on extra jobs and side jobs, and we put ourselves out of balance. So that's going to be a whole nother video. But the stability of being a nurse is unbelievable. You rarely, honestly, I can't say rarely. I have never been without a job. And when I graduated, there was this huge scare like, oh, there's a job shortage. As soon as I graduated and passed my NCLEX, I had 2 jobs. Okay, so I haven't seen it in the past 26 years. I don't think it's coming. As a matter of fact, the new statistics actually in my magazine, one of my nursing magazines I just got, it's starting to rain. I just got off. I'm supposed to be going into the supermarket to pick up a couple things. I hope you guys can hear me over the rain, but let me make it brief. That in 2020, this is 2021 when I'm making this video. In 2026, there is going to be a 66% increase in the need for nurses. I don't see there being any type of job shortage anytime in the near future. So you can plan out your life, you nurse planner, and be like, okay, I'm going to have a baby in 10 years. They're still going to need me. I'm still going to have this flexibility. I'm still going to have this great schedule. Yes, you are. I'm going to have this great pay. It's not going to change anytime soon. Nurses are in demand, needed, and respected. The 5th reason why I think it's awesome to be a nurse, if you're trying to homeschool your kids, or especially if you're a single mom. This is who I really try to minister to, single moms, because they feel like they don't even have the option to homeschool, and their babies deserve that attention of being homeschooled if that's what they're being called to. So it's not like I'm biased against married moms. I'm a married mom, but I was raised by a single mom, and it's a whole different struggle. It's a whole different struggle. So that is where my passion lies, is helping people that were in the position my mom was in it. Look, I done went off on a tangent. Let me get back. So the 5th reason, that's another video. Okay, so the 5th reason why I think nursing is perfect for homeschooling moms is you can enter nursing at so many different levels. And I know a lot of nurses with their Bachelor of Science like me, like there was complaints about, oh, nursing doesn't get the respect it should because you got the Bachelor of Science in nursing nurse. Then you got the LPN nurse, you got the associate's degree nurse. Look, I don't have a problem with that, because I know some LPNs that they are stellar. I know some RNs that are stellar. And then on the flip side of it, I know some LPNs, and I'm not letting you give my baby a Band-Aid. Likewise, I know some PhD nurse practitioners. You can't even give my baby a Band-Aid. I don't get caught up in all that. If you a nurse, you a nurse. I respect you. I was a CNA before I went into my BSN program, and I worked hard, baby. I worked hard. And I loved on my patients. I'm a BSN nurse. I work hard and I love on my patients. So I'm not for all that. So, but my thing is, I think that it's actually a benefit that people can enter nursing at different levels, because somebody might not be able to right now, as a single mom, as a homeschooling mom, somebody taking care of their spouse, they can't commit to a 4-year program full time. They got bills to pay and they have all those other responsibilities, but they can commit to maybe a 18-month LPN program at night while they work part-time in the day, get some family to help them out. So boom, then we have this LPN. Now he or she is serving the community and serving their family, because that pay rate between a CNA and an LPN, that is phenomenal. That can change the trajectory of your family, change where you live, change what you're able to do for your family. But I feel like I don't want nurses to stop there. If they if that's where they need to be and that's meeting all the needs they have for their family, so be it. But when you get that LPN, then you can go into an LPN RN bridge program. That's what I encourage all of my students to do, because I lecture in an LPN program. This is just the beginning. I want you to just look at making it through this LPN program, but then I'm gonna need you to look for the LPN to RN program. You can find some as little as 1 year, and then there we go. Now we have a RN that is there, that his or her scope of practice is even larger, and we're serving the community and you making more money for you, right? So what other career? I'm gonna use the example of my friend as an engineer. You can't be an engineer till you finish all 4 years. You can't make no real money till you finish all 4 years, and you don't have the flexibility of doing it day, night, weekend, summer. You're just stuck in that box of what that formal accepted business career hours are. Not with nursing. So many ways to enter into the field of nursing and just get your foot in there and keep growing. If you want to be a nurse practitioner, we need you. We need nurse practitioners of all cultures, all walks of life, that have different ideas and different views on things. We still need nurses. And as the stat that I quoted you guys earlier, the need is only going to go up. So those are the 5 reasons. I know I went on a couple tangents, but that's what I do. I like to talk. But nursing, if you're already a nurse, you want to homeschool, you can do it, fortunate one. Fear not. You can do it. If you are a young person and you're wondering, oh, what am I going to do as a career that's going to allow me to work, have a life outside of my family, have something that's for me, not just giving all of yourself to your family, nursing is it. Because you can do part-time, full-time, whatever. They need you. They'll be happy to see you come in. Okay? So those are the 5 reasons why I think working as a nurse is like the perfect career for someone that wants to homeschool their children, because it has worked perfectly for me. It has been a blessing. Okay? All right. Bye, fortunate ones.